Hello dear students, welcome back to another learning lessons in my Physio-Pulse channels. Today we will discuss about the anatomy of the kidney in a simple, easy to understand way, and also it will be helpful to your examination purposes. You will find the clear explanation diagram and important concepts here. So before we start, if you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to support the channel. Now let's understand about the anatomy of the kidney. Actually, what we know about the kidney, the human body has two kidneys in each around in size a fist. That is that they are located back of the abdominal cavity, just below the rib cage and each side of the spine. So see the structure here. And each day, each kidney filters liters of the fluid from the bloodstream. And although the lungs and skin also have play some roles of the excretions, but the major excretion or elimination of nitrogenous products, even waste products and toxin drugs from the body through this kidney. So the important functions of the kidney is that number one, it excretes most of the waste products of the from the metabolism. Number two, it controls water and electrolyte balance of the body. Number three, it maintains the acid-base regulations into the blood. And number four, very important point, that the erythropoietin hormone, which stimulates the bone marrow for the formation of RBC, that is called the erythropoiesis process. And number five, it is also important because renin is an enzyme which regulates the blood pressures through the long-term mechanism, and it also converts vitamin D to its active form. So this is the structures of the kidney, bladder, and urinary bladder and ureters. Now, if you see the structures, there you see kidney are looking like the reddish brown in color. They lie behind the peritoneum of the posterior abdominal wall of either side of the vertebral column, and they are largely under the cover of costal margin. The right kidney lies slightly lower than the left kidney due to their large size because the right lobe of the liver, position of the right lobe of the liver, so it shows the just slightly lower. So upper border of the right kidney at the level of 11 intercostal space, while the left kidney is at the level of 11th rib position. So these are the structures of the kidney. And if you see the coverings, there are so many coverings is there. Because of that, the fibrous capsule that surrounds the kidney, peritoneal or perinephric fat that covers the fibrous capsule also, even renal fascia that encloses the kidney suprarenal gland, and even perinephric fat that lies external to the renal fascia and forms the fat of the retroperitoneal fat. So this is the structures were covering structures of the kidney. Now to renal structures, if you see, each kidney has outer side, that is the cortex, and inner side is the medulla. Medulla composed of 12 renal pyramids, and the each pyramids that is directed towards the cortex and its apex projecting to the medulla. So this is the structures we see what the cortex and the medulla, and also there is a position of hilum, renal pelvis, all are in here in these structures. Now, posterior relation, if you see posteriorly, if you look to the kidney, then 12th position, it is position, and four muscles are important muscles is there. Importantly, diaphragm is there, and also nerves, importantly, three important nerves, in T12, thoracic, lumbar one is also present in the posterior relation. If you see the anterior relations, they are also right kidney consists where the right suprarenal gland, liver, and even also coils of the small intestine, all are in here. And left kidneys, in case of left kidney, there we see the left suprarenal area, and even also pancreatic area, colic area, jejunal area, all are in here. Now, if you see the blood supply, then you see the renal artery is an important part taken here. Renal artery arises from the aorta at the level of second lumbar vertebra. Each renal artery divides into five segmental arteries that enter in the hilum of the kidney, four in front and one behind the renal pelvis. They are distributed to different segments of the kidney, and lobar artery arises from the each segmental artery and one of each renal pyramid. And there are the two to three interlobal arteries. These interlobal arteries run towards the cortex on the east sides of the renal pyramids. And now this interlobal artery gives the arachoid arteries, and this arachoid artery gives of the interlobular arteries. Ultimately, interlobular artery gives the apparent glomerular arterioles. So this is the circulation process of the renal circulation or blood supply to the kidney, which we have already discuss in. Now the nephron is the basic structure and function of the kidney is called a nephron. There are so many nephrons in both kidneys, and each nephron is associated with the two capillary bed, and there are glomerulus, peritabular capillary bed, and glomerulus both fed and drained with the arterioles. Afferent arterioles which arises from the interlobular artery, and then efferent arteriole which receives the blood and has passed through the glomerulus. Now there the blood drains. How it is happened through the interlobular veins and interlobar veins until this converges from across the kidney to form the renal veins. Renal veins also emerge the hilum, and then left renal vein is longer than the right renal vein. And also, if you see the lymph nodes, but lymph drains, there are the lateral aortic lymph nodes around this origin of the renal artery presents there. And innervation, if you see that the 10th, 11th, and 12th thoracic nerves which is present, and they are innervated through these nerves or through this kidney. So in this way we can already discuss all the parts of the kidney, the anatomical structures, even also how it drains, how it circulates, circulation process, even also lymphatic drainage, blood drainage, all we have discussed in these lectures. So I think this will be helpful to your exam purposes. If students, if you find these lectures helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming biology, physiology, or biochemistry lectures. Thank you for your watching, and we'll see you in our next lecture.